Most people do a top 3, but I found it so difficult finding the third choice out of the great units here. So here's my top 2 picks for the faction. And in number 2, I have the Patriarch. 140 points and most likely the main auto pick for most GSE players. A great aggressive unit, and don't worry about keeping them back and protected, get them up front and killing. Lead with offensive based casts and keep your Magus for doing all the other stuff. Got an 8-inch move and can natively advance and charge. +1 to move with Twisted Helix, which is probably the best sub-faction at the moment. His Patriarch claws are lethal, only strength 5, strength 6 with Twisted Helix, there it is again. 6 attacks hitting on 2s, and you can reroll all wounds. The standard stat line is -3 AP and 2 damage, but 6 is to wound change the profile to -6 AP and flat 3 damage. With the rerolls you can actually hunt for those 6s if you really want. With Twisted Helix, its Warlord trait Bioalchemist gives +1 to damage, so that's a flat 3 or 4. And the Elixir of the Prime Specimen Relic essentially gives it a Biophagus buff, so either improved AP by 1, 6s to hit, also generate another hit, or a 5+ Feel No Pain. Complements the 4+ Invuln really well to make it durable. If you have a Biophagus in your army already, you can actually choose 2 of these buffs. Yikes. Patriarch is going to be a key user of unquestioning loyalty. Fantastic mechanism to keep it alive. It passes on a 3+ and you can turn a failed save into a dead model nearby, so high damage shots just end up killing one model rather than hurting your Patriarch. So they have to get through your 4+ Invuln, 3+ unquestionable loyalty, and you even have your 5+ Feel No Pain from the relic I just mentioned. If you need something fast to go to the board with him, why not choose the Pure Stain Genestealers? They only have 1 wound anyway, and they're just as fast and can advance and charge natively. Really killy in melee and a great pairing. You can also use Acolytes and Neophytes as a cheaper option and take more models. Depends which you bring, gives you excellent shooting or melee. They are a bit slow at only 6-inch base, 7 inches with Twisted Helix, but the Patriarch can use its Psychic Stimulus for Warp Charge 6, and that gives them advance and charge, and have no penalty for shooting assault weapons when advancing. So right there you've got loads of options to keep up with him. The cool combo is to stick Lurk in the Shadows for 2 CP on the extra unit that's following, and have the Patriarch slightly in front of them, so that means they can't be targeted. So for shooting they're going to have to go after the Patriarch, which is a bit higher toughness, which is likely to mean a +1 to wound against most things. Don't be scared to field more than one of these. I'm expecting loads of comments about this, people disagreeing with me, and my number 1 pick for the faction is the Kelemorph. 80-point iconic unit with loads of shenanigans. It's got 3 pistols, 6 shots, and can target characters. So for anything that hits on a 2+, you can generate another attack. So statistically, that means 11 hits. Strength 5 is reasonable. Now down to 1 damage, but with 6s to wound, dealing a mortal wound. It's nice if you're lucky, but you're only expecting about 1 or 2 mortal wounds. Great for horde clearance though, and not just for targeting characters. Use the crossfire ability to make sure it keeps it hitting on 2s, and with exposure, you can get +1 to wound as well. AP -1 is just about okay in the current game. A key strategy is to give it the Wimtooth Rounds relic. You can, instead of firing your 2 strength 5 shots, choose 1 heavy strength 6 shot instead. It's -3 AP and flat damage, which is great, but you still get your extra shots for hitting. You lose your character shooting and mortal wound abilities, but the killing power of them is so much more reliable. You'll be looking to try and wipe out a 5-man unit of 3 wound models, like Terminators. One of its key abilities is moving after shooting, so you can run and hide, move on to an objective, and can still charge given a great threat range. Deep strike 8 inches away, and you can move 7 inches with Twisted Helix, so it can definitely shoot and charge most things at once. Legendary Demise for 2 CP is a great strat, as it allows the Kelemorph to shoot again when it dies. Or Return to the Shadows for 1 CP, very sneaky. You can put him back into reinforcements at the end of your turn after doing his business. Again, why not run more than one of these in your list? Let me know what you think is the top 2 picks for Genestealer Cults. I'd love to hear from you, and see you again soon. Bye.